Hi, now I am going to show you how to tie a split wing mayfly. This mayfly is the MP13, and on this book you will find all different patterns that I've been tying during the last 30 years. And what is quite fine, on the left bottom page you will find all the tools, and on the right bottom page of each pattern you will find the hooks and the material required to tie this fly. So let's go and let me show you how I do tie this fly. You tie the thread in first. You go a little bit in the bend of the hook and then come back. For that tail I will not use the coque de leon powder, which is a very nice material, because this is just a mayfly and a mayfly goes very quickly on the surface of the water. I will use a regular chicken knuckle, something like this, gray. I take the right amount, then take it off the stem and then bring everything together and then adjust the length that way. So now we will use the CDC. For that I will use what I call the dirty yellow to make the body. So this is very nice color, very popular in Europe. It's not exactly the yellow color, the hard yellow color. It's a little bit with gray in it. That's the reason I call it dirty yellow. So you take the plier, you grab the CDC by the large section, and you start to twist and wrap to create a conical body shape, which is what we need for a mayfly. So you go like this, you try to bring as much as you can with the stem, and when you reach the region where you would put the thorax and the wings, you stop it this way, few wraps to secure the thread, and then you trim the excess. Then you use the rotational vise to trim everything you cannot incorporate in this process. Okay, I think we can see even the segmentation coming out of this technique. To divide the wings I will use a little bit of floss, probably 1, 2, 3 turn that, and then trim, and those 3 floss I will put it in, tie them in the middle on the top like this, and this is going to help me to split the wings. For the wings I will use an olive color. And at that time I did not invent yet the magic tool, so I will show you the way I've done many of my patterns earlier. So put the barbs 90 degrees from the stem, and then take the barbs out this way. Reverse on the other side. It looks very easy, but it is not. I've been tying many flies, probably 25,000 each year, so it's quite easy. And as you see here, you have all the beginning of the fibers. You put them together, and as you see here, they are not even. So the only way to make it easier is to trim it. So now I can put the 2 feathers in one time, like this. Now trim the excess on the front, and then use another feather to make the thorax. So for that I will use the same color as the body, put it on the side, and just a few turns just to create the thickness of the thorax. So you go like this, and another time on the back, and you are done. Don't forget that we have to finish with the floss, so keep a little space that you are able to finish your fly. Once again, if it is the first time you do this fly, I do recommend to make a final knot, I mean a whip finish knot, which is not the last one, but which secure the everything you have been tying up to here. And here you bring the floss through, and you keep, you see, you use it for splitting the bunch of fibers in two in order to get two wings at the end. So you pull a little bit, you secure the floss with few wraps, you take everything, few wraps under to secure the thread, and now you are free to cut the excess like this. Now use your finisher and you will definitely make the final knot this way. So one, maybe two, just to make it strong enough. Okay, now it's not yet finished, because as you see, you have long fibers all around. So you have still to adjust the length of the wings. So for that, do not take one, but take two in the same time. Okay, and now as you see, it's going like this, and the nature is right the opposite way. So do not hesitate to cut the CDC like this in order to give the illusion of the real shape of a wing, if you have legs which are under too much. I like very much this pattern because when you are casting, the CDC goes that way, and at the end of your cast it's blow again in that position and land properly in the water. Also, because it is CDC, it doesn't twist your tippet, which is quite interesting too, especially when you make big flies. Thank you for your attention.